Hi everybody, Andrew Cherin, attorney at law here. I'm a Seattle personal injury lawyer, and today I want to talk to you about maritime law and specifically seaworthiness. Seaworthiness, it comes out of like a kind of a product liability type claim where the ship is unworthy to be sailed, and it creates a high degree of unsafety that creates strict liability for the ship owner and operator. Basically, their insurance policies will be strictly liable, meaning you have full access to all injuries um, that you have suffered on the vessel, and you get pain and suffering, medical bills, lost wages, permanent injuries, future treatment, all of that covered under the insurance policy up to that policy limit number, depending on what your injuries are and what they contain. But what is actually considered a seaworthiness? Seaworthiness is the ship owner and operator have an absolute duty to provide their maritime employee with a seaworthy vessel, meaning that the vessel as a whole, as well as its equipment, are suitable in the use for which they are intended. By and large, seaworthy means anything considered to be part of the ship or used in conjunction with the ship, and the scope of the worker's employment is required to be safe and in working order. And common types of unseaworthiness conditions on board a ship or other type of vessel could include lack of proper equipment or safety accessories such as harnesses or fall protection, slip or tripping hazards in walkways such as lack of grip walkways, lacking or poorly maintained access equipment such as malfunctioning gangway, absence of adequate warnings placards to indicate hazards and other safety risks, deteriorating or poorly maintained equipment such as broken ladders, and slip or tripping hazards in walkways such as lack of grip walkways. In addition to maintaining the equipment and features of a physical ship or vessel, a ship owner or operator is also required to provide an adequate crew in order to make the vessel seaworthy, which examples could be violations of OSHA, Coast Guard guidelines and safety regulations, poorly trained or untrained crew members that might lead to injury, insufficient number of crew members to safely accomplish tasks and duties, lacking or insufficient supervision from qualified crew members, absence of safety procedures such as fall protection guidelines, and working excessive hours resulting in inability to function in a safe manner. So if any of these are violated, the ship owner is strictly liable, meaning they're liable for all the injuries that you've suffered while on the ship. A lot of people don't know this, but when it comes to maritime law, uh, workers' compensation doesn't apply. Generally, if you live in Washington State, if you're injured on the job, workers' compensation is provided to you no matter who caused the fault of the accident. So if you're injured on the job, you can't sue your employer. You can only go through L&I, Labor as an Industry, and get your basically these situations you can't sue the employer for pain and suffering, but you do get medical benefits that are really subject to strict scrutiny and really like a lot of rigorous guidelines to make sure that you are actually injured and that you're going through the treatment that you need, and oftentimes it's a little lacking in what they actually provide for. So if you're injured while on a ship, so a commercial fishing ship, or doing something while you're on, maybe like a commercial, transport, such as like cargo ships or something like that. If you're injured on like a cargo ship, uh, these guidelines apply as well, and you can actually sue your employer in these situations because federal law dictates that you can. And what we're talking about specific on this is unseaworthiness. So if a vessel is unseaworthy, strict liability applies. You can sue your employer and get pain and suffering, which you can't under L&I situations. Anyways, I hope you guys have found this video useful. If you have been injured in a shipping or in the sea type injury, you have a maritime law case, give me a call. I'll give free consultations. My number is 206-850-6716. And you can find me online at www.lawcherin.com. Cherin spelled Cherin.